Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Samoei Ruto has been talking too tough in public about how he's going to stop mass action in this country. In fact, he has been insisting that there will be no mass action in this country, no demonstrations. But seemingly, this was a sign of panic and fear of unknown. And according to what has been reported in the Sunday Nation, it is now confirmed that William Ruto called for an emergency meeting at Statehouse yesterday in the morning before he proceeded to the other activities. And that meeting, through surveillance of Stureh, members of parliament elected on the Kenya Kwanza coalition and those allied to Kenya Kwanza attended the meeting. And this is what, according to what Osoro sent the members of parliament, I read: His Excellency invite you for a PG in Statehouse tomorrow, Saturday 15th at 8 a.m. Please be seated by 7:30 a.m. This is a must attend PG for all the Kenya Kwanza MPs. Now, if you read that story and what has been shared by the majority leader in both the National Assembly and the Senate, you get now to know exactly what is happening here. Imagine a president calling for a meeting with the MPs in his coalition, then the directive is giving to them is to stop mass action in their specific constituencies. Ati wewe unatoka constituency fulani kama Nairobi, kusikue maandamano in your own jurisdiction. That is a directive Ruto is giving to members of parliament. And now the plan is that these members of parliament, the only way they will stop mass action is by organizing their own people to counter those who will be demonstrating by help of police officers. So meaning, police officers are going to coordinate with the goons who are going to be organized by the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament to deal with the demonstrators. Because if someone is protesting and he has a reason why they are protesting, why a sound mind Kenyan will organize to go and counter someone who has a message for the government if he's not a goon? That's the reality. So they are planning to counter mass action, and this one will be organized by the members of parliament in their specific constituencies. So in your own sub-count, you organize. Leo kutakuwa na maandamano hapo, arrange goons so that those who are demonstrating will be attacked by the goons organized by the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament. Na ni kama wamepewa pesa ya kufanya, kwa sababu anasema ya kwamba in their own word that the members of parliament in Azimio la Umoja and the governors are using taxpayers' money to organize for mass action. Really? That's a big lie. That means that Ruto is asking, in fact, even governors attended. So the governors in Kenya Kwanza, members of parliament, senators, to use taxpayers' money to organize goods to go and stop demonstrators. Because there's no any other name I can refer to these people. Kama watu wamepanga maandamano na wako na shida na serikali kuhusu finance bill, chakula na mambo mengine, wewe Mkenya wa kawaida mwenye huna shida na hiyo, how do you organize to go and counter? Number two, in their resolution, they are now resolving that there will be a plan for the executive to sit down with the judiciary to make the judiciary understand or see the importance of the Finance Act so that they can at least convince them to change their mind. Now look at that. Look at that kind of plan. We have a case in court. And now these people in their meeting, they are resolving that rather than allowing the court to do their work because there is a problem, they now want to call Mother Koome and her team to now explain to them on how they want them to rule in this case. So that means they want to infiltrate the bench, because Kwame is yet to form that bench. So that now they will go there with a written document to read what Kenya Kwanza has given them through their lawyers. Sasa tumefika hiyo kiwango ya kwamba Ruto has discovered his bill is one of the worst. Even judges will find no reason to keep it. So the only way to do is to now call these judges and convince them to see the importance of that bill so that they can pass it. So those are the kind of resolution. Then, in this meeting, Ruto has asked the advice of members of parliament on how should he handle this issue to stop mass action. Should he go for a handshake with the Raila Odinga? He's asking that question. And the majority are of no. So this is where we are. Let me just try to quote what Cherargei and is that the headline from the Sunday Nation? Ruto hold a crisis talk to counter Raila's protest. This is what the leadership of National Assembly and the Senate are saying. I quote, this is Cherargei, not Cherargei, Aaron Cheriot and Kimani Ichung'wah. As elected leaders of Kenya Kwanza, we have resolved to cooperate with the police and our constituencies to ensure that there is no further loss of lives and livelihood. Going forward, we and the people that we represent shall protect property, guard peace and lives against those destructive elements. Unaona vile wanasema? Kwani kazi ya polisi ni gani? Wanasema kama polisi ameshindwa na kazi, ndio maana hao sasa wanataka waungane kusaidia polisi kufanya kazi yao. As leaders, we call on the police to firmly deal with the gangs and we commit to play our part in the ensuring that there will be no further loss of lives, destruction of property and sabotage of our economy by political anarchists. Kwani political anarchist nani? Between mtu mwenye anapanga kufanya maandamano na yule mwenye anapanga kuvuruga maandamano ambayo ni amani. Who is an anarchist? If you are talking about anarchists, then those anarchists are within Kenya Kwanza. On Wednesday, we shall protect our community, our country, our people, our property and our democracy. Hii ni maneno ya Aaron Cheriot and Kimani Ichung'wah. So this is the plan to counter mass action. I'm telling you where we have reached, and with the kind of resolution these people have come out with, it confirms that we have a president without wisdom in Statehouse. Because if this is the kind of meeting they had, and this is what they have resolved to do, if there is a person planning for anarchy, then I can confirm to you on this camera that yesterday at 8 a.m., the plan for anarchy took place in Statehouse. If you're looking for an anarchist that will be happening on Wednesday, then the real anarchists are the people who are planning on what to do on Wednesday in Statehouse. Anarchists walikuwa kwa Statehouse jana asubuhi, na wamepanga vile watakuja kuvuruga maandamano ya amani. Sasa the question is, if you are telling members of parliament to go and organize counter mass action team, do you think that our members of parliament ndio wako na watu peke yake? Hata yule governor alikuwa na someone who was contesting against that governor. Si akona watu atapanga tu maandamano. Then tujue governor amepanga goons. And then to see where the police going to play their role. So in every county, as much Ruto is telling members of parliament to plan a counter mass action, he should know that there are members of parliament who are elected and they had their competitors. Their competitors will lead the other side. Hata tumefika hapo. They have organized another team, we explained in another video. Now they have the special unit force that they are bringing back. As if that one is not enough, they are now planning to use members of parliament to organize goons to come and destroy those who are demonstrating and kill them. Remember, all this is coming, and indeed Ruto is in panic because from next week he's going to receive more than 20 head of states who are going to visit Kenya for Africa head of state, this is African Union Media Coordination Meeting that will be happening in Nairobi. So about 20 heads of state are going to visit Kenya. Already like 4 or 5 are already here. Nimeona Comoros, Egypt, na hao wengine. Watano wamefika na mkutano unaendelea. So imagine if it will go up to 4-5 days, on Wednesday there will be mass action when these people are having their meeting. Just to show. So Ruto is panicked about this. Above all, managing economy in times when there is mass action becomes a big problem. You heard Mudavadi mentioning the figure in terms of money they are losing when there is mass action in this country. But this move to organize goods to go and counter mass action tells you that this president is in panic and he has know-how on dealing with the issue of mass action. Hata akisimamisha kwa koti, atumia majaji na walipe, watu wataendelea kuandamana. The solution here is to listen to what Kenyans are saying and do exactly what they are saying. Toa hiyo finance bill, fikiria kitu kingine tofauti. But I'm telling you, it is going to be terrible. This cannot stop people from demonstrating. And anyone who will be supporting what the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament will be doing should be viewed as a goon. And they should be dealt with as goons. Because there's no way you as a Kenyan citizen, you can go and stop another Kenyan who is complaining about the problem is facing to the government. You are not the government. Let the government listen to those who are complaining and solve their problem. Otherwise, trying to stop them, we can't say that you are just a goon. So we are going to see what goons will do on Wednesday.